Welcome to St John's Upper Norwood, and London Mozart Players are so looking forward to playing with you. Tell me a little bit about how you've come to play the cello. Are you from a musical family?
Yes, I come from musical family. My parents are both pianists, so I really grew up in the musical environment, and I think I always knew that I will become a musician one day. I wanted to play the piano because I always loved this instrument, but my parents thought that or they didn't want to have another pianist in the house, so I started to play cello, and I fell in love very quickly with this instrument. So yeah, here I am.
Are there any particular cellists that you have been inspired by that have shaped your approach to the instrument?
Well, of course I love Rostropovich. I mean, it's always so great to listen to his playing, to his recordings, because it's always so touching. And he was not only great cellist, but great musician, you know, as a whole. I also love Daniel Szafran, and there was a time that I was trying to imitate his playing. I think for a year or two, and I was really into his recordings and his playing. But then I thought that actually he was someone that really found his own voice on the cello. I mean, with his playing, you know, after two notes, you know it's Szafran, and I thought that I should do the same thing. So not try to imitate him, but also try to find my own voice, my own way of playing. But actually I am really into composers also, so actually composers are my main heroes.
The reason you've come here today is through the auspices of YCAT. When did you take part in that competition?
It was last year in May. The finals were in Wigmore Hall, and all the finalists actually got in, which was, which was pretty great, I think. And I think it never happened before. So yeah, but so far it's been wonderful. I mean, I think it's a very important step at this stage of my career, and I am incredibly grateful for the opportunities that they create for me, and they are really wonderful people and very experienced also. So I hope they will continue to do the things that they're already doing in the future, because I think it's really great.
Now, today you're going to be playing the Schumann Cello Concerto. Can you tell us why you've chosen that and what the piece means to you?
It means a lot to me, and I think from all the cello concertos, this is the one that I've played the most so far. And you know, it kind of it stayed with me so far in my musical life, and it's really one of my favorite pieces in the cello repertoire. It was written. Robert Schumann wrote this concerto at the late stage of his life, when he was struggling more and more with his mental problems and this bipolar disorder, and you can really hear it somehow in this concerto. I think especially in the first movement, you know, where you have moments that are very introvertic, you know, kind of rapid, you know, unsettled, and then suddenly music becomes very open and warm and kind of extrovertic in a way, and it all happens very, very quickly, you know, sometimes after one bar or after two bars. Then second movement is one of the most beautiful slow movements in all the cello repertoire, and I think it's really hard to beat this one.
We get a duet together.
Yes.
In that,
also, this is one of the greatest moments I think in the cello music ever. It's this beautiful and very intimate romance, and it's like a dream, really. And kind of again in the contrast to the first movement that is very rapid, you know. And then third movement, very virtuosic, you know, full of energy, like like in the symphonies, also. So it's it's a great piece, and also very tricky to play. And there are some moments that you really need to find a special way to play them, because otherwise. You know, it sounds a bit odd sometimes. You know, like the end of the third movement, for example.
Yeah.
It's a very odd place. You know,
Yeah.
kind of abstract, and so so there are a lot of tricky places, both musically and technically. But at the end, it's very rewarding piece to play, and very beautiful.
Definitely. So on a day like today, when you've got this big concerto to play, how do you prepare yourself? How do you get yourself in cello playing mood?
Well, I always try to just be in the music, you know, every day, even if I'm not playing, you know, I just music kind of stays with me, and you know, the preparation, of course, is always very difficult, but I always try to approach the piece with the fresh mind. So I always kind of start from the beginning, you know, like if I would play this piece for the first time, and you know, it kind of keeps it fresh, the way, and almost every day I play some Bach. So for me, he's the most divine composer, and it's like a daily bread for me. But also sometimes I come up with just my own, you know, little studies, or just I improvise a little bit.
Well, we're really looking forward to hear you play
Me too.
Maciej.
Thank you so much.
Schumann Concerto with the London Mozart Players. Thank you very much.
Thank you.